Today I'm going to be driving the SUICIDE MX3. This is the third night out. Every night out, I figure out more things with the tune and actually make more power and get more pulls in because it's getting closer and closer and closer. So since last video, I had cooling problems and I had shifter problems and I fixed both. So what I did was welded this shifter part to the shaft. This was pivoting on it. So when I was selecting a gear, for instance, moving it, it wasn't actually moving the shaft inside. So I welded that. So it's not gonna happen again. So the shifter should be on point. I'm glad it wasn't internally in the shifter. I took it apart and that's exactly what it was. So I fixed that. I also cut the wastegate spring just a little bit. So I was running about 15 PSI and I hope to run closer to 12. We'll see. I only cut a bit off the spring, so we'll see what happens on that. So I did the shifter, the wastegate spring, and I fixed the coolant problem. Basically what I needed was a coolant bypass to get hot fluid to the thermostat. Anyways, that is all working. So I should have a pretty smooth trip today and just worrying about tuning and not worrying about a whole bunch of other problems. Let's get it. Let's get back on the road, warm it up, get some fuel, and send it. All right, let's go. Let's go. Yep, the shifter feels a pile better. And the coolant right now is at 160. It's still warming up, but no signs of overheating yet, so that's good. Last episode was pretty annoying. I was constantly fighting it, pulling over, this, that, and the other thing. Got good oil pressure, got good fuel pressure. All right, let's get this thing going. Well, filling up gas was pretty awkward. Oh man. Some people just like really had some looks for me. That's all I have to say. So what I'm gonna do is make a couple logs. I haven't changed anything since my last rep. So what I'm gonna do is log exactly what I have. And then I'm gonna go back to adjusting my knock sensor and getting that perfect. And then I'm gonna maybe turn up the boost today. I'm gonna say it, I might turn the boost up today. I actually forgot my phone, so I hope I don't break down. Holy cow, I don't want to go back either. My wastegate pressure is hopefully a lot lower because I cut the spring. But I'll obviously turn it up from there. I wanted a low option if possible, so I'm trying. Doing whatever I can to have it low power and control. The shifter feels great. Okay, I'm gonna do a log here. I adjusted each individual cylinder's knock gain to get closer. I'm gonna do another pull, see if it changed. If it didn't change, it might actually be knocking, and then I'll pull timing out of it. It shouldn't be knocking though, I'm only on like 13 degrees of timing. And I hit 187 kPa, so that is like 12 pounds boost. So it looks like I actually did something when I cut the spring, but we'll see once I get into third and fourth gear. Check that again, see what happens. It looks like I got no knock retard there, so that did still knock according to here. It's still registered knock in the same spot. So what I'm getting at is it might not be real knock, which I don't think it is, but the way I can find out is take a bunch of timing out and then try another pull. And keep in mind, I'm literally running like 10 degrees here. So like it's almost impossible for me to be knocking, especially when it's this cold and my intake air temps are this cold. So I'm gonna do the same pull, but with even less timing in it and see if I register knock. That'll give me a good idea. So I still registered knock, so basically what I have is too tight of perimeters. It's not really knocking. So I'm gonna put my timing back into it, and then I will get my perimeters higher until they don't knock, and then I know that's my safe zone. And right where I'm at, no knock, perimeters are high. I'm gonna leave the timing way down, and I'm gonna do another pull with my changes to my actual tune. So I'm raising my parameters to basically not have it show knock at that low stage, because it's actually not knocking. Let's go again. Right to the limiter, baby! Woo-hoo! Yeah! Yeah! I registered no knock, that is good. I lied, I did register knock, so I need to take more out. So I need to actually raise my perimeters even more. Okay, I'm going to try that again after I raised it, and we'll see what happens. So I want to get it to the point where it won't register knock. It didn't knock that time. I promise it did not knock that time. I know I've been saying that, but let's just double check. No registered knock at all, clean. So I'm gonna leave the timing where it is. Try a pull in 3rd gear and 4th gear, see if it registers knock. I'm close, I'm really close here, guys, and then I can add my timing back in and start making some power. So I registered a bit of knock there, which is fine. I'm just gonna increase it a little bit. I'm just gonna keep doing this until we don't have anything, then I'll add timing and I'll know what real knock is, which is super important. Another pull. 3rd gear, baby. No knock registered. All right, now we're on to something. I just turned it back up, so I made it a little bit more sensitive. I'm gonna do one more run, and we'll see what happens from there. And I might do another base just to make sure that we'll be good. All right, I think I'm good for my knock parameters. So I'm gonna add timing back into it, do another log, and see what happens. See if I register knock. So it's gonna make a whole bunch more power. This is so much fun, I love this. Yo, so things are gonna get rowdy. So when I was shifting, I obviously push the clutch in and pull it into the next gear. Doesn't matter which gear it was. I have timed ignition retard. So when I launch dump the clutch, I will actually have it retarding timing so it doesn't spin the tires. And I had that set up, but I didn't have the mile an hour put in. So mine was set at arm it at 200 mile an hour. So in any gear, any shift, when I go into the next gear, it was retarding timing for 3 seconds. So I just turned that off. So it was retarding like 9 degrees out. So it's really gonna wake up now. Like really gonna wake up. I'm just gonna double check that it's not gonna knock. So it might knock now because this whole entire time, every gear shift, it's been retarding timing. I think this thing is gonna be scary fast now. Okay, so I'm gonna make a pull here and I'm gonna see if it's actually gonna take the timing out or not. And it should because I changed it, but we'll see.